Hey guys, Nikki D here. I have had a good time playing around with, never mind. Hey guys, Nikki D here. You know, last year's garden really gave me the incentive to do more and push a little bit harder because there's not a lot of things that scare me in life, but gardening scared me a little bit. I just didn't think I could do it very well. My grandmother was a green thumb, so the nice thing was I grew up around somebody who had lots of successes, and it was fun watching her, but it was never something I was interested in. I'd rather sew or play Legos or draw, that kind of a thing. So when we decided that we were going to start homesteading, I knew gardening was going to have to be something I was going to have to push myself to learn, which isn't always easy, because I believe if you love something, it comes easy, and if you don't, it's a little harder. But last year's garden surprised the heck out of all of us, so it made me feel better about the process. In the same vein, I love composting, but I was wondering what happens when you take some things from the garden and try to regrow them. Well, Mr. Blue Jeans got me a fabulous book about regrowing certain garden vegetables, and I'm giving it a try, and I wanted to share the information with you, whether it worked or whether it didn't, and how it came to be. So we've started some romaine, and that was a success. As you can see here, I'm shocked at the romaine. We're going to keep playing with that. And one of the other favorite things here on the farm are onions, onions, onions. We love onions. As a matter of fact, I'm sure you've heard me talking about how excited I am about the Egyptian walking onions that I purchased, planted, and are hoping come up. They're sort of an everlasting onion. You can eat all the parts of it, and I'll do another video going in depth about that, but we're onion people. So green onions are really big, and every once in a while they run out in the store. We buy the organic ones because there seems to be a lot of other health issues with the non-organics, so we tend to buy the organic ones, and it's hit and miss. We can't always get them. I grew them last year. That was my forgotten bed. I completely forgot about them, and I got, oh my gosh, I got onions like this long. It was amazing. But we're out of them right now, and why not regrow something that you have? Now, we do use typically the whole green onion or scallion, whatever you prefer to call it. We typically use it all the way down, and when I chop up a green onion, I just cut the roots off and use the white and the green. Some people use just green, but we use the whole thing. If you want to regrow your green onions, you're going to need to leave at least an inch or an inch and a half. I had more of these. You can see how kind of short that one is. And these are even worse. These are like, this is what I do when I'm using them. There's just root left. Well, I didn't tell Gigi to leave a longer root. So definitely when you're cutting them, because we tried, they need to be at least an inch and a half to 2 inches long. Any shorter than that doesn't really work, and just the root, no, that doesn't work at all. So what I did is I put them in both plastic and glass jars. Kind of had a reaction with the plastic, and they smelled. So I'm getting rid of the plastic for green onions anyway, and just putting them in jars. This was a pimento jar, a yogurt jar, and my beloved mason jars. So I'm going to be using glass moving forward when I regrow the green onions. So here's the cool thing. This one is just from 2 days ago, and from here to here is the beginning of the regrowth of it already. Look at that one root that just took off. Isn't that amazing? It just went. And this one is 5 days old and ready. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? It's 5 days old, and this is ready to go ahead and repot. So it's as simple as this. You cut it and you put it in the water. You cut it and you put it in the water. I mean, there's not a big science to this one. It's easy peasy. Put it in a sunny place in a window. Keep watching it. At 5 days, where this lovely is at, we're going to go ahead and repot it. Again, you could use the recycle your can idea and just fill this with some potting soil and compost, and put your onion start in there. Then put it back in a sunny place and just clip. You don't have to pull the whole thing out. You can use it almost like a chive. Just clip some off and see how long it keeps growing. I mean, why not? I'm gonna probably put this one exactly like that in a container to see how long it will continue coming back. The other ones, we have some pots on Gigi's porch that I'll put those in to regrow right out of the porch because I love seeing the vegetables when you come in and out of the house. And then the other ones, because we do go through a lot of green onions, I'll probably try out in the garden in a small section of the raised bed and see if it's worth using any space. I'm trying to be very judicious with my raised bed space this year because my eyes are bigger than my garden at this point. I have so many seeds I'm putting in a box that I want to start, and I looked at it last night and I thought, I don't think I have enough room for this wish list right now. So I've got to go back through that and be a little bit more of a critical eye on that one. So here's the beginning of the green onions. We will come back and see in a little bit where they've gone from here. I'm really curious about this, so stick around.